In the last Heartfire video, we talked about Yeshua's words, the kingdom of God is within you. And this teaching feels like it's continues the path inward. Yeshua said, the eye is a lamp of the body. Your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light. I think many people, this is one of those verses, when you hear it, you don't really know what to do with it. It sounds mysterious, it sounds poetic, but what did he actually mean? Because I don't think Yeshua was only talking about physical sight. I think he was pointing something deeper, to perception, to attention, to the way we see inward, to the condition of our inner vision. And that is why this teaching matters so much. Because if the way you see is clear, your whole life begins to change. Now, most of us with scattered attention, we are pulled in 100 directions by fear, by distraction, by comparison, by wounds we have not healed, by constant noise. And when your inner seeing is scattered, life feels dim. You can have good things around you and still feel lost. You can be surrounded by activity and still feel spiritually disconnected. But Yeshua says in this beautiful, mysterious way that the eye is the lamp of the body. In other words, the way you see affects everything. If your eye is single, if your vision is clear, if your attention is gathered, if your heart is not divided, then your whole body will be full of light. That is such a powerful phrase. Not just your thoughts, not just your beliefs, your whole being full of light. To me, this is not about religion in a narrow sense. This is about inner clarity, inner honesty, inner alignment. It is about what happens when you stop living in spiritual fragmentation. Because so many of us are divided within ourselves. Part of us wants truth. Part of us wants comfort. Part of us wants love. Part of us is still hiding. Part of us wants God. Part of us is afraid of what it might cost to really awaken. So the single eye feels to me like undivided seeing, a sincere seeing, a heart that is becoming whole, a heart that is becoming whole, a consciousness that is no longer constantly pulled apart. And when that begins to happen, light enters everything. Or maybe more accurately, You begin to realize the light was there, but you were not seeing clearly. I think this matters in a very practical way too, because every day we are choosing how we see. Do we see through fear? Do we see through resentment? Do we see through ego? Do we see through constant distraction? Or do we belong to, or do we become still enough, honest enough, present enough to let the inner light come forward? Maybe this part of the spiritual path, not just believing the right things, but learning how to see, learning how to become inwardly clear, learning how to live with a quieter mind and a more awake heart. And maybe that's why this verse connects so deeply with the teaching that the kingdom is within. Because the kingdom is why this verse connects so deeply with the teaching of the kingdom, because the kingdom is within. The light is also has to be discovered within. And if the light is within, then the way we see inwardly changes everything. So when Yeshua says the eye is the lamp of the body, I hear an invitation. I hear an invitation to become less divided, less distracted, less outwardly lost, and more inwardly clear, more sincere, more awake, more full of light. If this speaks to something real in you, let me know in the comments. You know, what do you think Yeshua meant by this teaching? And if you want to keep walking this Heartfire path with me, subscribe. There's a lot more to explore soon.